Okay, are we gonna have better luck this time? Let us find out. Tune in next time to find out. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm like, oh, my freaking camera's broke now. Jesus Christ. Okay, camera. Configure video. Gotta turn this shit off, man. I'm getting frustrated. Why does OBS always do this? Gonna fix this on the fly. Hopefully it'll update on the fly. No issues. Apply. Okay, how is it now? Is it still bad? Am I gonna have to close and reload again? Freaking do it for the third time. Is it jittery? Is it jittery? I'm moving around. Let's look. Yep, it's still jittery. Golly, bro. All right, I'll be right back. Your freaking time. Your freaking time. Unbelievable. It says I'm live. Where is the feed? There's the feed. There we freaking go. Holy crap. Did we finally get it, chat? Did we finally get it? Okay, Dr. Josh, how's it going? Thank you for joining. I finally am in my live. I've been having technical issues the past 15 minutes. Cross your fingers. We're good. Literally just booted this up 15 seconds ago, so apologies. I'm just getting set up here. How are you doing, by the way? So are you a Poke Doctor? Pokemon Doctor? I'm gonna be poking around just to making sure my stream is still running. I've sent out 3 pings to people now. This is unfortunate. But it looks like we're finally good. Think so. Everything's looking smooth. All right. Yo, what's up, PTSD machine? Sorry for all the pings, by the way. I don't know if you've been seeing that on my Discord. I've been having technical issues the past 15 minutes, but I think we're finally good. I see you're engaging in chat here, and I'm receiving it. So yeah, let's freaking get it going. How are you doing? How's your Sunday? How's your weekend? All right, where the heck was I, man? Hit Rocco Gaming. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good weekend. Where was I? I totally don't know where I was. I know I set up all the boxes here. Oh, that's right. Okay, so then I will probably put one here again. Oh, wait, hold on. Either there or here. Put one here. No worries. Yeah, I got pinged 3 times. Figured I would turn on stream watch. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, sorry for all the pings. I might have to send a message out to the Discord and give them a 4th ping, right? No, I don't think I'll tag everyone in that, but... Or maybe I will. I don't know. It's unfortunate. It happens, though. What you forging? Maybe I'll put one down here, or maybe I'll put one down there. By the way, anybody over on TikTok, thanks for stopping by. I am a creator in the Halo scene, working on the ultimate Halo Battle Royale. This thing will be dropping in the very near future. And when it drops, expect to hear about it, hopefully, because I think it's going to make a splash in the community. If you like the content, please consider giving me a follow. I've been streaming on TikTok for just a few weeks now. And so far I'm really liking it. All right, I'm gonna put this here. It's fine. Get rid of that one. I see huge improvement in the map since I played it last, a bunch of months ago, looking dope. Forging a COD Zombies mode. Nice. Sort of reimagination of Shadow's Evil map from Black Ops 3. Badass, dude. I'd love to check that out at some point. Thank you, though. Yeah, the map is pretty much done. There's a few little tweaks, like I need to fix my reflection volumes and some other things. But hey, what's going on? Doja's Leap. It's a pretty dope name. But yeah, for the most part, it's done. I'm ready to freaking get this thing out to the community, and then I can always iterate on it as time goes on. Check this out. This is the most recent area. I'm super excited for people to get to play in here because we revamped the entire swamp, and I made like this Blightlands inspired infected area. And then if you go in here, doing a little bit of storytelling through visuals. This is kind of where the outbreak happened. Cannot wait for people to check out this new area because it's, I think, pretty sweet. All right, let me get back to putting down loot boxes because that's like what's super important right now. I have a new loot box system where I'm going to have 4 different tiers, and I need to be able to basically delete all my previous loot boxes and replace them with new spawns with the updated asset. Blood area sick. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, this. That's fine. Cool thing about the snow is that I can actually get away with these not I can get away with these sinking into the ground because it's snow, right? So I can actually fly through this a lot quicker. Doesn't have to be super perfect. All right, so boom, boom. Just trying to see the spread. Okay, I think this is my music for the Pelican flight, so I'm definitely not going to use this. By the way, if you can hear the music, I'm literally listening to all the different scriptable music so that I can decide what I want to have for my in-game music whenever there's like, you know, down to the last 2 teams or down to the final circle. I already have all the scripts set for it. I just don't know what song to use or songs to use because it's super tedious to have to try and test that in-game. So that's why I'm just kind of chilling and foraging while I listen to that. So definitely not going to use this because I already am using this for the Pelican. All right, we got 1, 2, 3 right there. That's good. How are you playing them all while forging? Oh no, not while forging. Let me show you. Ocom sent me this. I messaged in the Scripters Guild Discord. Where is it? Right here. So somebody took the time, this guy named Chris, to basically make a full playlist of all the songs. So I'm just listening to this playlist until I catch something that sounds interesting, which I pretty much already found it, but I'm just going to continue to just listen to it while I forge so that I can, you know, if I have any other thoughts, then I'll, you know, add that. I have a few songs that I think I'm going to probably use in rotation for the in-game music. Yeah, because in Forge it's like impossible to really listen to it because you have to first you have to set it. There's no way to preview it. You have to actually go into play mode to listen to it, and then whenever you finally do, it only works the very first time you go into play mode, and then you do it again, right? And then it just doesn't play the music. So the only way to do it is to leave, save, exit, reload. You get to listen to one song, and then you got to exit and reload again. It's impossible. So yeah, I'm super stoked that this guy did that. Awesome. I have to use that. Where at in the guild is it? Let me send a link. You talking about Discord? Oh, in Scripters Guild. In my I made a post in like the Forge channel, basically asking if there's any way to preview or if there's any YouTube videos out there. But I can also just DM it to you. No. That might not be the exact link. It might be to a specific video, but at least it'll get you there. Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. I got you. No worries. So, where am I going to put this box? I think I'm going to put it... I actually kind of do want one here. I'm going to put one down here. And then I think I'm going to change this one to be... like right here. On the back side of this rock. How's it going, Juan? Debonauer? How are y'all doing today? Thanks for everybody joining over on TikTok. I'm in the home stretch here working on the final touches for my ultimate Halo Battle Royale mode. So if you enjoy the content, make sure to follow. Okay. Do I want to put another one down here? Probably. I mean, why not? Throw one down. Black Noise, how's it going? How's it going? Alright, yeah, we're just gonna put like 2 in here. We don't need that many. Let's put one right here. Or either one right there, one right there. Probably one right here, yeah. Just leave it where it's at. Green ramen, huh? Ramen verde. How's it going? Being that no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Put this here. Get rid of the old. All right. I do kind of want to put a little bit of a cluster here. So probably 4 like I have. Yeah, let's just do that. That's kind of what I was going to go for anyways. So for these, I do need them to be straight. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to straighten out my rotations here. And then we're going to find the height. So the height is going to be right there. I'll throw this down. And as far as this rotation, that does not matter. Just want it roughly in the center. We're going to paste it. Drag it over. Whoa, what the? Did I accidentally, Oh, it's because, yeah, I know exactly why. That's fine. Oh, Jesus, what did I just do? See, man, I don't know how the hell that happens. Now I'm freaking paranoid that... Like, how did that happen, you know? I guess I can just undo until I get... 1, 2... Okay. My God. Now I'm paranoid, bro. Like, is there something under here? Dude, I had to clean up so much shit. Look, there's something there. Oh, that's that. I panicked for no reason. I know exactly what that is. I already know that there's a few crates under there, and I'm gonna get rid of them once I delete them, but that's fine. Okay. Got those down. Sweet. Was that always like that? I feel like that was not like that before. This got moved. So what are those boxes gonna do? Follow-up question. How are you referencing them in script? By label? Or I see you aren't putting a switch on each one. Yeah, so the way these work are, it's definitely by labels. So they all have a tag Zulu, but not only is that the case, but I have 4 different ones. I'm gonna fly over to them real quick. So I've got 4 different loot box items. Look, check them out. Oh my God, I'm so stoked to get these in. This is gonna make it feel so much more like an actual BR versus just the same box all over. So each one has a different, so they all have the same label, but each one has a different spawn order. And so I'm using get objects by label and spawn order to differentiate which box you are near. And then depending on that box, whenever you interact with it, the switch comes whenever you get within a certain distance of a loot box. So whenever you are within, I don't know, I can't remember if it's 5 units or 10 units, but whenever you get close to a loot box, the system, the scripts detect that, and that's when it places the switch for you to interact with. And then whenever you interact with the switch, it checks which box it is, and then it's going to give you the associating loot. It's pretty much how we're doing it. It's pretty freaking sleek, if I do say so myself. Okay, so yeah, this, I don't remember it being like that. If I remember correctly, it was like pushed up. Look, case in point right there. Okay, I'm gonna fix this because I definitely make it a little smaller. How's it going, Draven? Clever, only need a few switches. Yeah, exactly. I just need one for each player. So each player has their own dedicated switch, and then whenever they need to interact with something, I just place it at their position. All right, yeah, that's better. I knew that there was something wrong there. All right, I'm gonna put. Let's see. I have a loot box there. I have another one there. That's probably good. So yeah, the green ones are going to be your basic most common. And right now I'm actually placing them everywhere because I'm basically using them as my baseline for like, here are all the loot spawns. Then I'm gonna have to select them all and get a tally for how many I have. So I'm estimating I'm gonna have about 500, maybe 550 in total. And then I get percentages based off of that total. And I need to go then and replace some of them. So like I think my spread I'm gonna end up shipping with, and this can change completely on the fly, like if I decide something different, but I think I'm gonna go with 50% green, 35% blue, 15% purple, and 5% orange. It seems like a pretty solid split. But basically, once I get my total, just got to get the percentages for how many of each I need on the map, and then I'm going to go and just randomly replace some of the green ones with those other colors. All right, so this area is done. There's 3 down there. I mean, I feel like I have one more, but only if... Uh, maybe. Throw one down right here, why not? Okay, cool. We got 4 there. I'm gonna go here and put one down. So definitely not gonna use this. This is not exactly hype. Okay, got one there. Yep, definitely gonna put one here. Okay, we got one there. We could put one there. I mean, pretty much I already had the right idea for most of these spots. I could also put one there. All right, let me see some. Interesting. All right, almost done with the loot cave, or with the ice cave. We got 1, 2. I need to get rid of that one, but I'm trying to decide if I should. No, I think I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna keep it exactly where it's at. I'm gonna put it right here. Get rid of this one. Okay. Crap. I did not. Good. All right, so this is done. Pretty much the whole ice section is done, although I do need to replace. I'm not gonna have any loot in the hallways. It's too cramped, and I just don't see any reason for that. These are just hallways to transport you from one area to the next. So when it comes to here, when did I get rid of the loot boxes up here? What the heck? That's interesting. Oh, those are probably the ones that freaking got put off of the map. It's all good. So when it comes to the, oh, that's right. I need to fix this one thing. And I remembered that this thing is, one of these is not connected. It's this one right here. But I also, it makes me worried that they're not even centered. It looks centered. It's a little bit off. See, that's what I'm talking about. I need to make a note to fix that before I launch. It's nothing important right now. I do need to continue on the loot boxes, but let me make a quick note. Where the heck is it? Dude. How's it going, Mike? Hope you're doing well. All right, let's get me a loot box. Get one of these straight ones here. Let's think about where I want to put them. This is going to be kind of like a power, a hotspot, so I do want a little bit more loot boxes here, but how many is the question. So I think I put 2 in the middle, maybe 4 in the middle, but I don't know. Definitely 1 on each side, kind of like where this one is. So we'll delete that. Or I could do 1 in each corner. I do not know. I think 1 in each corner is probably the smartest thing instead of doing like 1 on the sides and then 1 here. So we might do that. So that'd be 4, and then we could do like 5, 6, 7, 8, right? That's not too bad. 8 is kind of a lot though. Maybe I do 6. Yeah, because I feel like 8 is a lot for 1 bridge. Because even the beam towers have 7, and that's on 2 different layers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have 6, 7. So I think 8 on this bridge would be probably a little too OP, and of course I can always add or tweak later, but I do think for right now I do want to make it 6 total. I think that's the right call. How's everybody doing over on TikTok? If you enjoy the content, make sure to follow. Very much appreciate all the support. All right, so look, this is a buried, it's a little bit buried a little too deep, right? There's good. Oh, there's good. Okay, so yeah, this is how I'm gonna make like hotspots. Basically, there will be certain areas on the map, points of interest that are more powerful because they have a higher cluster of possible loot spawns. So those areas, such as this light bridge, people will learn as they play the game, hey, this area has a lot more loot boxes, I noticed, so I'm going to start dropping there because I can get looted up quicker. All right, now when it comes to this, I don't know if I want it there or if I want it like right here. I want to say right here is going to be better. Okay, guys, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. That dead center, make sure it shows up well on stream. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Eso que es? Eso sí que es? How are you doing? Um, you're probably gone now, so apologies. Yo, are you still here, Edu Skate D? Yo, you've arrived. Are you still here, by the way? Because I was gone whenever you arrived. Sweet. What's going on, dude? I literally went live right when you sent me that message, so I haven't really looked at it yet. Let me look. Bro, honestly, okay, so yes, it's not final. Um, but I can tell you right now, I'm super impressed that you got the vector of the pelican like already there. Like the concept, and you have the crown like laid out pretty perfectly with the Spartan helmet. So all the elements are there. We just need to get the right arrangement of them. Um, I do think I want to keep the tradition. I do want to keep the same silhouette of the ring that they had in the image I sent you instead of that version. Because I think it'll sell the fact that the pelican is literally flying over it better. Um, but yeah, that's my feedback right now. Pelicans probably should not gonna fill up the entire thing in the final, but like literally, it's just about finding the right positions and stuff like that. If you can work on getting the first person POV of the ring instead of the version you have, I think we'll have literally all the elements there, and then we just move them around and stuff like that. It's not good. Well, like every like I just got done saying everything is there, I think. So actually it is kind of good in that sense. The fact that there's not going to be like heavy lifting needed, I think, to get it the way we want, because you can just scale stuff down or bigger and rearrange them in a way that I think will be appealing, you know? So I think yeah, no, it looks great already. You whipped that up quick, dude. Mad props to you. Okay. All right, that is done. Let's finish this up. Let's finish this up. Let's finish this up. All right, so we got this here. Um, looking at one, two, three loot boxes. Right there. I think we should probably. I don't know if I want to keep that one there. I might change it to be like either right here. There's literally no. That's an old one, so I guess it's fine. Yeah, I had to recreate those icons. They were easy though. Nice. That's awesome. I'm glad that it, wasn't too much work in terms of like time spent and stuff like that. Oh, what the hell? That's not what I wanted. Oh, what the hell? Pelican looks fantastic. I love that it's not just a silhouette and that it actually has the fine lines to show the different depth of the different what segments. Dude, I keep clicking shit and I don't know what's going on. But yeah, no, there's a lot to like about what you already have. Yeah. Like I think the only thing that's gonna get replaced is the ring, just because I think I do want that POV I was talking about. So yeah, Pelican looks fantastic. You whip, dude. I'm like, did you? Because you had to have used the image I sent you, right? Because it looks identical. It's the same silhouette, and then you have all the different sections segmented out, so that looks sick. Other than that, my phone doesn't have like it when I have Twitch and other things while I design. Okay, no worries. Oh, you know what? I do kind of need to fix that. Nope, all made from scratch. Jesus, bro, that's freaking sick. That is sick. Good shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to raise this a little, but then if I raise it, it's gonna screw it up there. Let's just see. Pretty much fixes it there, but it doesn't. See, now it ruins it there. Dang it, Bobby. Alright. All good, all good. Let's see what I can do to fix this. If I shrink it some, what does that do? What if I do both of them a little? Like, wait, it's the same problem. It's going to be the same issue. Okay. What is the solution here? The solution would be... What do I want to do? Oh, I think I know how to fix it. I'm going to do a little rotate. First of all, what would that do for me here if I do rotate? It's already kind of like a little bit of a... Not a tough jump, but you have to crouch jump or clamber, so I have to consider that. But I do think it's necessary, so let's go ahead and prefab this. And then we're gonna give it a little shift. That was a big shift. But, hold on, it might actually... Oh, come on now. Why is it being super weird? I hate when it does that. Like, why does it get stuck? Alright, so first of all, that's already a million times better. How is it here though? I'm concerned with the height. I don't know. I mean, you can clamber up it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You just won't be able to normal jump up it. Okay. How does it look over here though? We just made some changes to our actual terrain. Not bad. I might need to slightly tweak it inward. Like right there. It actually worked out better, I think, because now this is more smooth. This should all be smooth. Even... No way, bro. I mean, it's not horrible, but... That's shocking, actually. Good news is, I should now be able to make this a little lower. That will help. That's good enough. Don't love this little freaking part there, but what you gonna do? Oh, nice. This actually worked out great. We're gonna put the thing down to like 3.5. 3.3. 3. Oh, whoa, whoa, what did I do? Okay, cool. That should be fixed now. All right, all of that just so that this was a smoother experience. Gotta love my dedication, right? Robbie, how you doing over there? How's it going, man? Alright, so I feel like the one there, we got one here. Probably have another one either there or I think there should be like one here and maybe like right here. Yeah. Be right back one more time. One sec. All right. Oh, you need loot up here right now. Interesting. Definitely gonna change that. Let's put one down either right here. No, right. For sure, right here. Back. About to send you a new version. Awesome, awesome. Oh, by the way, how big is the file size for your other one? Or I feel like there's because I don't have like any server boosts on my Discord, unfortunately, so I don't have like a good way for you to send it on my Discord, but pretty sure we could do something through like Google Drive or something like that. Man, I'm gonna have to fix that ice slash or slosh, whatever you want to call the heck that thing is, because when you get far away from it, it just looks weird. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, because when you get close, it looks fine. But because I have it squished, the further away you are, it just renders very strangely. Or I guess I could try building the lighting first before I assume that it's messed up, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say it that way. Do another one. Oh, it's really close to that one though. But 1, 2, 3. Yeah, screw it. There should definitely be one right here. Oh, by the way, Mr. Not, this logo is really cool because it's already very close to what I was imagining for one of the concepts. But also eventually, no promises, and this goes for anybody watching right now. But eventually, we actually are gonna try to um, make an alternate version with the drop pods. I don't know if you remember if you've been around long enough, but we had drop pods at one point, and I cut them as a means to drop into the VR. After we launch, we're gonna end up probably trying to do an update in the future with drop pods, and then you can have an alternate version. And when we do that, we can literally like make an updated version of the logo with the drop pod, and it will just like symbolize like the alternate version of the mode. So I think it'll be pretty cool. Okay. Do it a little bit more out right there. Cool, that's done. Nothing up top because that's not going to be playable space. You can probably hop up there if you want for 10 seconds, but I'm going to put a kill barrier there. All right, so this area is done, right? I did the outside, I did the hill, cliffside area, I did the cave, I did the bridge, and then I did the centerpiece. So moving on, we already did this cave. So that's cool. What else? Now we're gonna start here, I guess. Or we could start at the marsh. Yeah, let's go with the marsh. Nice, nice. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely more the style I want to go for. I wonder. I'm not sure what to do about laying it all out. I think the curve will have to be slightly tweaked, um, so that it. Let's see. Like if you, it sucks because the one I sent you is kind of covered up by that Spartan helmet, but I think you want like a continuous curve that doesn't ever really flatten, because whenever it does flatten, it looks kind of I don't know how to explain it. Like it doesn't have like that natural curve whenever it straightens out like that. So I think it should curve and gradually get thinner, but not obviously too much. Um, but essentially like tweak the curvature a little bit so that it doesn't have such a drastic change from the curve to a straight line. Um, and it will sell the ring a lot better. Let me see if I can find an example because I've seen it before. Yeah. I'm gonna send you some examples. So if you can see how on these the curve kind of just gradually gets thinner, although not too much. Um, the curve at the top, yeah, the curve at the top. So at the top, how it's almost straight, and then it starts to curve out. I think we have to make it like curve and then continue to curve, but the curve obviously gets less and less drastic as you go up. So it almost comes to a straight point, but never to a straight point, if that makes sense. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Here's another one for reference. I don't know if this is helpful or not, but I just saw this one too. And then once we get that, then it's a I'll probably think on it off stream, and then tonight I'll think about like how the layout should be, because like the elements are all there, and once we get the Halo ring um shaped the way that I think it should be, um we're gonna be in a real good spot, and then we just gotta like shift things around to lay it all out. Yeah. All right, so let's see here. All right, let's start with this. So in here, how many loot boxes do I want? Well, I definitely want probably one. Don't want any loot up here. The reason I don't want any loot up here is because this is just a lookout area, and I don't want you to be like in a power position where you can have access to more stuff. I want you to have to get off of this ledge to go and seek loot. So I'm only going to put loot here, maybe one on each of these. So 4 loot boxes. I could even do like one in between each. I do one here. Then I have the respawn point there, so I would need to shift the respawn point. That's no biggie. We could do one here, here. I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna basically just put them. Oh crap! I thought I didn't realize it was crooked. Hey brother, it's me, Zombie. What's going on, Zombie? Might have been a couple of minutes since you sent that, so my bad. I was looking at some images online. How's your weekend though, by the way? Come on now. We in the home stretch here. Home stretch. Nice. There we go. I do need them to be a little bit spaced out to where so that way the larger loot boxes don't overlap with the cover pieces. Right, we got that. I didn't think I need to add a light in here, but let's see. I definitely feel like that's due for a loot box right here. See, I would consider this patch an in-between area. So I'm not gonna put that much loot here. I do want there to be that feeling of like areas with more loot and instead of everything just being equally spaced. Although I don't want it to be too drastic. But so I have a loot box there. I'll probably put another one like here. And then maybe one more. Okay. So we got one there, and we'll put one like right here. Damn, fly. Or actually, no, where was I gonna put it? Yeah, I'll put it like right here. I think this will be a good spot for it. How's it going, Kennedy? Maybe, let's see, any more here? All right, so that makes 3 or 4 loot boxes for the strip. Okay, we do definitely want to put some down here. Where though? Because I don't want it to be too claustrophobic and have 3 loot boxes blocking your ability to walk through that. So I'm probably gonna put them. Mother. I need to get rid of that crap. 1 sec. And bye bye. All good about talking on Discord, by the way. Let me see. Oh, where's that? Oh, I selected the water. Got it. Okay, we got that loot box. Let's do here. All right, so I think we might do. I mean, I could do it at the end, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of it not being on the platform itself. And then I also don't like the idea of it just being on one side. So I think the only real solution is to just put them like right here. Okay, something like that. Put it like right there. And then we'll do that 2 more times. All right. Looks good. All right, moving on. Oh, crap. I always do that. What's going on, tour guide, if you're still here? Always end up freaking taking my damn chat off the screen for a second. Okay, we got 3 loot boxes there. We got the 4 there. We're going to continue to move along this way towards the marsh. So for now, let me put 1 down here because I do think that's a pretty good spot for 1. Okay, we got that. We got that one. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe that one's there. I would say, yeah, maybe we can put 1 here, like that. Put 1 there, and then put 1 like right here. Anybody over on TikTok, if you enjoy the content, make sure to give me a follow, or at least consider doing so. Been working on this project for a very long time. We're getting real close to shipping it. Real close. Pretty much everything's done. I'm just putting down some of the assets needed for the game mode to work. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, and then maybe we do maybe one more, maybe not. I think that's good for now. Let's do the actual marsh. Okay, where do I want loot to be in the marsh? This will be interesting because, I mean, you can't just have it like in the middle of the water, in the middle of nothing. So, gonna focus on stuff like this. Oh, like, there we go. Put one down right here. I'd probably get away with putting it in the water. Got one. Definitely gonna put one down over here. My eye's itching. Oh my goodness. Um, okay. Maybe put one in the middle of the rings. Right? Like we need loot. We can't just not have loot. In a just because it's an open wetland. So I think right here is a pretty good spot. And then we'll do another one here. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's put some down over here. We put one down here. Why not? One, two, three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should I put loot up here? Hmm. Yeah. 1, 2. We'll probably do like third one here. Either here or there. One, 2, 3. Right. I think that's good. We have, oh, oops, my bad. Got 3 in the back. We have that one. Kind of want to put a 4th one down here, but for now, I'm gonna say no. Okay. Now, start moving into the other half of the marsh. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll put one down here. Be a good spot for one. All right, I'm gonna put 1 or 2 up here, but not too many. I think I'm just gonna do 1 at each end. Okay, sweet. We got those. We got that one. We got that one. So we actually have a cluster right here, which is fine. Do another here. Yeah, this is a tedious process, guys, but the good thing is all it is just a little bit time consuming, and that's it. Not difficult, and everything, that's all the hard work and heavy lifting is already done. So pretty much not much left to do. Almost done with the project. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got one back there. We want to put a loot box here. Probably should. that one here. It's pretty far from that one and that one, so I think I should have one. I think so. Okay, we got that one. Got that one. Where else we're gonna do it? Oh, what the heck? This isn't right. Did not do it. Okay, we got that. I need to put some down here. Holy crap, that's a lot. All right, we're gonna put one down there. We're gonna put one down over here. And then we're gonna put one. Probably right here. Could do one right here. If I did that, where would I put? Let me try and think here. So we're walking down this way. I feel like I should have a third one on this little island, so let's just throw it down like right here. Whole time I just realized I was freaking looping the wrong thing. That's funny. Okay, we got the 3 there. Which one? Let's just do This side. Yes, maybe. All right, this area. Where do I want loot here? I would say put one down here. Right? How's that look? Yep, looking good. Maybe the controller would be better for this. No, because I need to do fine-tune rotations. And you can't really do that on controller. Not that I'm aware of, at least. It's just this keyboard, man. Having to go like the different having to press Z. That action of like going to Z, my god, it hurts my wrist over time. I popped my neck, guys. Sorry. Ah, fuck. Okay. Okay. One. Let's do. Got one there. Probably should have like one there and like one there. And that'll be good. I'm going to shift this slightly. Like that. So I can give room for the loot box. So it's problematic. Dun, dun, dun. All right, cool. One more. Put it over here. Just realized I haven't been saving very often, which would be really horrible to be spending all this time placing loot boxes only to lose all the progress. That would really suck. Really kind of just want to place one here, honestly. It'd be a cool little lookout spot. Oh, oh shit. All right, I think we finished the marsh, right? I mean, we covered all of this. We covered the top. We covered this. Covered that. We did the whole L shape. Um, let's really quickly do the this little forerunner, the pit. The pit. So the pit's gonna have 6 loot boxes, which is another little hot spot. We're gonna put the rotation on these two to 0. Gonna place that like this. Make sure we have enough room for the larger loot boxes. Then we're gonna find the height. What is the height? God, that wrist. I'm gonna try. I don't know if it's gonna do me any good, but I'm gonna try. Seeing if I can use a controller, guys. It'll definitely save my wrists, that's for sure. Okay. So, oh god. Okay. Like, this is still way too... I mean, how do you pull up your settings? Is it, yeah, X, okay. Movement, snap 0, 0, 0, 1. Rotation. Pivot is the origin? What else would it be? Oh, center mass. Probably center mass. Let's think of it. Snap is none. Oh, yeah, got it. Camera speed, camera mode, precision. Normal speed is 2. Precision is 0.1. Can we do 0.01? Why can't I? No, 0.1 is the slowest. Okay, sure. Why not? Let's try it out. That height looks good. Which is, by the way, 504.34. Let's just make sure that's correct, because sometimes what you see here is not the same as what you see in the menu. Okay, 504.34, cool. Oh, what the... 504.53 versus 34. See, that's not the bottom, bro. I'll just call it there. Bro, yeah, this is not... Controller ain't gonna work. Sorry, I tried it. Okay. Over my Xbox every time. I almost... Okay, that was the mission. If anybody's here right now, I almost want to squeeze in, and maybe I will, maybe I won't. Oh man, what happened? I almost want to squeeze in this little sound effect right here for like the mission complete right there. For like, I don't know. The thing that comes to mind is maybe whenever there's a certain amount of players remaining, so it's like you survived a certain length, so you get that sound effect. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like, Right here. Maybe. Maybe. My OCD is not letting me give it 30. I kind of want to do some roots hanging. I feel like it would really bring a lot of an effect. The roots hanging A and B both right here. B is pretty good. A is pretty good. Let's go both. This isn't going to do too much at all to the budget, so I'll be fine. Obviously, I'm going to need to scale them up. Like so. But I really think this is just going to make it pop so much more. What's still left to do? Hey, what's going on, Ocom? So literally right now we're just placing loot. Also, I do need to go and fix those reflection volumes I was telling you about the other day. I tweaked with it a little bit, but I'm like on such a time crunch right now that I didn't invest too much time into it at the time, and I was trying to do some other stuff. I can quickly show you around. The map is done. I mean, there's obviously like it's never done, you know what I mean? Like there's more stuff I'd like to improve and fix, but I mean, I think it's ready. I think it's ready. It's been long enough. All of my areas are finished. There's no like escapable places that I'm aware of. There may be stuff discovered after our launch, which I'll fix with like gradual updates and stuff. But yeah, we've got this flood infected swamp, which leads to this facility here that's inside a mountain. So this goes up to here, which is a banished outpost. Basic stuff, you know, I didn't go crazy with it. Just gotta really make my budget stretch here. I also have this little new waterfall POI. It's just a small little tiny cave with the outlook that overlooks this beam tower. So I'm really liking these new spots I've set up. I have a basic skybox. Like, yeah, it could be prettier. Maybe I'll add a few trees. But for the most part, I mean, it's done. I'm just adding loot boxes. Thank you, appreciate that. Just adding loot boxes because the old loot boxes, which you'll see here, that was with the old system. In the old system, meaning we had the same loot box. I ended up color coding them to be like bronze, silver, and gold. But I didn't like that because it wasn't the same color pattern as the armor, and I think having the same color pattern for your various different rarities for different mechanics makes more sense to the player. You know, so you have green, blue, purple, orange armor. Well, I think the loot boxes should also convey the same color scheme. So what we're going to use for the new system is these right here. So I'm basically placing down green boxes across the whole map, and then I'm gonna get a total. Once I'm done, I'm gonna see how many I place. I'm estimating I'm probably gonna have like 500, or maybe even close to 600. Which, by the way, the budget's already accounted for because I have about that same amount already on the map. So I'm just deleting as I'm going. but the number might climb slightly because there's a few new POIs, right? So that's why I'm estimating about between 500 and 600. Anyways, once I get the total of loot boxes, I'm gonna get the percentages and essentially gonna replace those percentages. So like I think I'm gonna do 50%, 35%, 15, and 5%. So you know, I'll just go back and manually swap out some boxes at the end. Yeah, the budget. So that's the thing. I'm at about 95 after all said and done. Um and that's with the boxes already on. So if anything, it might jump up like a 0.5% or, you know, maybe 1%. Um but yeah, all the loot boxes are currently on the map and I'm just replacing as I go. So I'm not too worried about that. Um But yeah, I'm really like, man, I really like the new marsh area. Like, I really like how this looks, especially just looking at the spire in the distance. Like, standing here is one of my favorite places to just be. You know, it just looks freaking sweet. So, I'm super excited to get this thing out ASAP. We're going to be playtesting soon to get some gameplay footage for the trailer. I'm hoping to do it by like either tomorrow or Tuesday because I really wanted this done a week ago. I wanted it done a year ago, but I wanted this done a week ago so that I could start capturing footage already and start editing out a trailer. I was just a little bit behind schedule. But yeah, we're in a good place. We're in a good place. All right, so I just put down these. Okay, now we're gonna move on to this area. I've got one here. I'm gonna put one or two down here, so I think I'll definitely put one. Here. Let's see. 3 there, we got one there. So we got one there. Don't need too much, but I'll probably just throw one more down, like right here. So you got 1, 2. All right, next section. Got one here. And then maybe one. So 1, 2, 3. We have one there. So probably one here, and then debating on putting one here or not. Oh, is there this little cove? I might do one here. Let me see. Is that even the right word? I don't know. Yeah. Not that one there. But how are you doing, by the way? How's Warzone going if you're still here? Okay, that's done. 1, 2. No, actually, I'm not gonna put one here. I'm gonna leave those two as being that, and then up here, I don't need too much, but gotta have some. So I think we'll keep the one we have here. If you see some new areas where there's not an existing crate, that's just because a lot of the crates are under the map right now because of terrain changes and stuff. And so they're buried under the map. And also, I am using new locations for better positioning of loot and stuff, because the previous loot was just really fast, really quickly thrown together, which is kind of what I'm doing now, but I'm putting a little bit more thought into it this time around since it's the official loot. Pretty much at the stage of moving weapons to different tiers if we find them too powerful currently. So polishing, nice, nice. Pretty similar here. Once I get all this placed, I have, as you can imagine, I have a script which grabs the objects by label and spawn order. So based off of that, I can detect which box it is, and I'm gonna have 4 different tiers of loot pools. So your green boxes are gonna just give you more or less your basic stuff, like, you know, your primary, you know, assault rifles and magnums and things like that. Probably a little bit more. Blue is gonna expand deeper into the full suite of weapons, and then obviously work your way up to power weapons and stuff like that. And eventually, I do want to explore a little bit deeper with campaign variants and possibly even some of the custom stuff that you guys have thrown together. Probably not going to do that for launch just because I really do want to get this thing out the door. And I can do that with like content updates. But it's because I have no knowledge, because I don't have, like, I haven't had time to really play the game enough to really know like which campaign variants are OP, which ones are like acceptable. So right now I'm not even worrying about that. Yeah, I do think this is a good spot for one. Up to there. Honestly, I like where I have these, so I'm just going to keep using the same spots. Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm listening to the playlist that you sent me yesterday, so I can decide on those final tracks. I'm pretty much going to be using, I already found it, but I'm just looping it just in case. But I'm pretty much going to use a few selections from like the Banished Combat and the Endless Combat. I think those are the most like hype music tracks. Can take a look at the map Rec Weapons Testing Range, which is latest ranking of all weapons in radial menu, or look at our Warzone documentation GitHub, as well as get an idea we think are the best and the worst legendary weapons. Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna be exploring that pretty much like right away once I get this thing out there, because that'll be something that I'm gonna want to do pretty early on. Yeah. Yeah, clever. Figured it makes sense to just let it play, and so I can start getting those juices flowing about what songs I want to use. Okay, don't know about this one. Got 1, 2, 3. I'll probably put one here and then call it a day. well, not call it a day, but call it a day for this little section. Get out the way. I'd also just put it there. Nah, I'm gonna put it over here. I think we'll do like there. Yeah, I feel I this weekend whenever I basically wouldn't say gold isn't the right term because like I said, there's still stuff to do post launch, but where I feel happy with is like pretty much where I got this weekend. It was a really good feeling. That's what I'm trying to say. It's really good feeling to finally be like, all right, it's done. Like there might be like a couple of things I missed and that I can just quickly fix in 5 minutes. But as far as like all of the areas and the POIs and the placement of my trees and my rocks and making sure everything is breathable, not too cluttered, and considering all aspects, like oh my gosh, it was like the freaking best feeling to just be like, I'm basically done. It's just cleanup at this point. Setting down the final touches. Okay, that's good. Now, moving along. Got some basic stuff here that I recently added. I don't need too much, but let's throw a loot box here. Don't need too much for these in-between areas. Oh, we got that one there. We got one here. I would say definitely one more in the corner, like either between these trees or right here. I'm gonna call it between the trees. So for example, this section that I'm in right now probably didn't have loot boxes before because there was never anything here besides just this. Like there was nothing here except for a flat floor. So I didn't put any loot boxes here, I don't think. Maybe I did. No, I don't see any. So there will be certain areas like this where that number's gonna crank up a little, and that's where I'm thinking probably 550 or 600. 1 second. I gotta pick up my kiddo here in a bit, so I'm probably gonna call it in about 10 minutes, guys. Just giving y'all the heads up. But thank y'all for hanging out with me today. It's been a minute since I streamed, about a week, I think. Past week, I've just been grinding, and I've been trying to find opportunities to stream, but then I'm like, honestly, sometimes it's best to just get in the zone, put on some music, and just, grind. So that's kind of what I was doing. got that one. Get out the way. I hate getting stuck on the edge. Like you get like pulled into it. It's annoying. Okay. Put one here and then I'll be done with the corners. I think I'm gonna put it literally right between here. Slightly move the tree. Okay, there's that. Now the spire itself. Okay, so the loot boxes I put down here were really random. Trying to think how many I want. It's a pretty big space, so I'm probably gonna have a fair amount. Let's see, I could do 4, 8. I don't think I need any on these platforms. They're really, the only purpose there is to go get up to the top. So, and that's why I purposely don't have any cover on them. Okay, so 4, 8. I could do 16. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end of those things, and then 2 in each corner, maybe. That's probably gonna be the move. I feel like that's a lot, but maybe it's necessary for a big POI like this. Or I could cut it to 12. Maybe I'm going to do 12. And then if 12 isn't enough, I'll bump it up to 16. Because what I'll do is I'll do 4 in the middle. I'll do 4 at the end of all of these things. And then I'll do 4 here. So it's like basically around the perimeter here and then around the middle. Yeah, I think that's going to be what I'm going to do. All right. So starting in the middle. We'll want it to be on the exterior or the interior. I feel like interior is too closed off, so we're gonna go with the exterior. Since it's a flat surface, let's flatten it out. Something like that. What the? How did that happen? I must have grabbed all 3 vertices. When I heard this, I was shocked that this was in there. I was like, wow, I might want to find a way to squeeze this in somehow. Although I don't see a practical use for it, so I'm not sure. But man, this is like so nostalgic of Halo 3. Okay, those. Do the same thing here. I think I might be getting a storm. I hear some thunder rumblings. All right, once I place these, chat, I'm gonna have to hop off. Especially because there's a storm coming. It sounds like, and my daughter is out roaming the neighborhoods with their friends. I remember being a teenager. I feel like I can't deprive her of a childhood like the one that I had where I got to roam around and stuff. So it's scary, but something you gotta do. Put your trust in your kids. All right. So, all right, I have a clever idea so that I can save it on some time. Watch, I'm gonna get these 4. And I don't know if you're still here, but I bet you know what I'm gonna do will come. So once I get the 4 here, I'm gonna paste. Oh, where did it go? Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Actually gonna prefab them just because I don't want to risk anything. All right, rotation 92. So then 90 plus 90 is 180. So we're gonna do 182, I guess. I could be wrong on this, but let's see. Oh God, holy sh! Okay, yeah, I needed it going. Damn it! Oh my God, that was insane. I don't know if the freaking stream picked that up. All right, I'm just gonna manually do it. I thought I was being clever there, but apparently not. We're gonna put these down right here. What's the height? 3597, 3597, 3597. One more. Here it is. Oh, come on. All right. That'll do it. Thanks, everybody, hanging out with me today. Project is almost done. We're almost there. So I'm going to continue this off stream later tonight, but that is going to do it for me today. So